Hello. It's morning Sharon here, everyone's favourite sleepy little guy. What better way to start my day than with the highlight of my day, Beholdle. I love this game. It's so much fun. And I guess we're just going to peak, which means the rest of the day is going to be shit, right? Because it can't get any better than this. Beholdle, the 3.5e D&D monster guessing game, in the same vein as Beholdle and all that jazz. In the same vein as Wordle, I should say. Man, I am not awake yet. This is going to be hard. I haven't logged on Discord yet, so I don't know how Thunder and Orange did. I hope they did okay. I guess we'll find out when we finish. Will it be easy? Will it be hard? What was yesterday's? Yesterday's was a Yugoslav. Yesterday's was hard, but we got it, which is the best type, I think. We used some really good logic to drill down, and then a little bit of luck nailing the actual type of Yugoloth it was. I think we're gonna start with, unsurprisingly, a huge water elemental, which is still my favorite starter. Okay. It has served us so well. It's surprising how many times we've had that lucky hit on neutral. So we're looking at 2 neutral, and only CR8, so nothing crazy. And probably extra planar. Interesting. CR8, but not an elemental. So other neutrals, the most obvious other neutrals are the mindless creatures, the animals, constructs, plants, ooze. And I'm tempted to say like animals or plants are the most obvious go-tos here, especially being extra planar and low CR. And size-wise as well. I think we can rule out ooze and constructs just off the back of that. So we're looking for, like, I guess, extra planar animals or plants. The trick with Beholder is don't rush it. You've only got 10 guesses, and there's nearly 4,000 monsters to choose from at the moment. So, don't rush in. Take your time, apply your logic, let your brain sift through all the monsters you've ever seen in your 20-odd years of playing D&D. Because somewhere out there in my brain is this creature, right? It might not be. Sometimes it's not in my brain. But part of the goal of this game is to get these creatures in my brain. And by paying attention to the little trivia around them, like yesterday's Yugoloth, right? It was weird because it lived in an aquatic environment but wasn't aquatic, and it was in Gehenna. And once you've seen that then kind of sticks in your brain, right? You're like, I remember that guy now because he was unusual. So, I mean, the easy thing is just to pick any animal or any plant just to get that type locked in. But if we can specifically hit a plane and a different book to the MM1, we get a lot more information than just going for, like, a bear. A bear would give us a hit on animal or not. It answers a question, right? But it does not tell us anything about the plane. Does not tell us anything about the book. And to be honest, it's definitely not even going to be right because it's not extra planar. What is an extra planar animal that's neutral specifically? So not like a hellhound. See, a lot of extra planar animals are magical beasts, which is why I'm sort of like, plant feels more likely, but what extra planar plants are they? Dark tree. Okay. Okay. Well, that gave us some interesting information. It's definitely got more than one subtype, which is interesting. It's not a plant. Not from Monsters of Faerun. The fact that any is covered does make me think there's a very real chance this is any underground, or even it's not the material plane. So the extra plane has got to be right. So I don't think it's water and any aquatic. I mean, it could still be any aquatic. We've had this before. It could absolutely be some sort of aquatic animal. And that could be what the second subtype is. We could be looking at something fully aquatic. Ooh. Dragon turtle and dragon turtle. I don't think they're extra plane. The fiendish one would be, but the fiendish one is a magical beast. Fiendish shark is a magical beast. I thought there was like an astral. Oh, astral kraken. That'll be huge, though. It's not huge. That's the weird thing. What if this secondary type is incorporeal? What if this is like a ghost creature? They'd be undead. Oh fuck! This can't display the accented E. Oh, I need to add that to the list of things to fix. There's always something. God, okay. Fix autofill E accent. God damn it. We'll have to fix it because there's other accented letters in the monster manuals as well. Okay. So do we try a ghost? An extra planar ghost, though. That I'm not so sure about. Whatever it is, it's not a big animal. CR8. It's fairly. I mean, I say it's not big. It could be large. Thank you. We need an animal that doesn't live on the material plane, but most animals do live on the material plane. There's not many extra planar animals. Thank you. Sorry. The other thing is, it could just be an NPC. True neutral is a bit of a misleading one because it can just be a humanoid or outsider, which is CR8. I'm tempted to believe more than an animal, especially with an extra type attached. And animals often have a specific environment. They're not usually any something, they're usually cold, warm, or temperate. So, we want to find. We probably want to hit some sort of outsider then, right? What sort of neutral outsiders are there? Neutral outsiders, like. It's just getting that starting point to figure out where you want to come in, you know. Oh god, there's also the slimmest of slim chances that it's some sort of vermin. I still don't know where to begin. We just need some sort of entry. We need some sort of clue to lean us towards. Man, morning time is really not the best time to do this, is it? Let me think. Let me think for a little while. Let me roll it around in my brain. Let me wake up all the grey matter. Connect all the neurons. Fire those synapses. Man the cannons. Wait. Ugh, I'm an outsider. I'm an outsider, and I'm neutral. So I'm not from the lower planes. Probably not from the upper planes either. I mean, the Outlands is the most obvious. It's the most neutral plane. But also, there's a world in which this is just. It could be transitive. Like, it could be. Could be ethereal. Wouldn't be an ethereal dragon. Ethereal ooze? How big is an ethereal ooze? We are in the Fiend Folio. Okay. Okay. That's surprising. Okay. Right. Huh. So it is possible we're in the lower planes somewhere. Hmm. feel like... There's a part of me that wants to just guess one of the Yugoloth we know about, because the Yugoloth in the Fiend Folio are from Hades and would give us a size info, a type info, and it would let us know whether we're dealing with Hades or not. And I feel like that's good info. It was the Pisgoloth, right? Not an outsider. Not medium, okay. Jesus Christ, okay. So we're looking at large animal or magical beast, maybe. Possibly vermin. We've ruled out Hades. We kind of have to. I think. Oh God, Acheron seems like a solid bet, but I can't think of a single monster native to Acheron. And there's a weird world where this is just the home plane is just any outer. If it's something that can just be on any plane, that can happen. Again, very rare, but not impossible. And just any good is an option. Any upper is an option. There are some weird entries in there from time to time. But the fact it's in the Fiend Folio points me towards the lower half. Oh, man. So a magical beast, possibly. We're still not ruling out the potential for it being aquatic. Can't be a celestial or fiendish templated creature because they take on the appropriate alignment. So we can instantly rule out stuff like that because, like let's say, like a fiendish bear, it would be neutral evil, and its environment, well, its home plane would be any evil, and if it's celestial, it's any good. So it's not a templated magical beast. And again, if it's aquatic, I mean, it could be any plane. The lower planes make sense again because the Styx flows through them all, which I think was the whole deal with the Yugoloth from yesterday. Because I think the Yugoloth from yesterday, the Moranoloth, I don't quote me on this, but I think that might be what Charon is in D&D. The Ferryman, I think, is a Yugoloth. What do we know about magical beasts? That could be prolific as well. It doesn't have to be a specific plane. We kind of need to boil it down, don't we? Are there any weird spiders? What if it is a vermin? I don't think any of those are actually extraplanar beyond the fiendish celestials. Magical beasts. Magical beasts. Possibly aquatic. What lives in the sea? Crabs? Or in the fiend folio, though? Lobster? No. What other sea creatures are there? I feel like we have to pick something sea-based just to see if we're dealing with aquatic stuff. We've got a guess to spare. We're only halfway. Not aquatic. Okay, we can stop thinking about aquatic things. And it's not an animal, although we kind of knew that already. Okay, we can rule out aquatic stuff. That's good to know. So back to magical beast or vermin, I guess. Magical beast or vermin that's extraplanar and still has an extra type. If the extra type is just fire, then we could still be dealing with Bator. We can't rule out Bator. But what's from Bator that wouldn't be evil other than like fire elementals? There's like a hell wasp or something, right? Hell louse. Okay. Definitely magical beasts, not Bator. Okay. So we're a magical beast, we're extraplanar, we've got some other type. Could the extra type be augmented animals somehow? But if so, how? Which fucking plane are we on? And what is our environment? It's got to be any underground or any land, right? It's got to be. It'd be some sort of worm. It's, yeah, 8. I mean, it's not impossible. Do any of these look extraplanar? Where's the lucent worm from? Right book. Way too big. Ugh, fucking hell. 3 guesses remaining. It's not looking good. So not a worm. Howdy. Howdy, howdy. Howdy, howdy. You got into a JJK D&D campaign. Congratulations. JJK. No, I don't think I do. Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen, the anime. Wow. It's pretty interesting. You used to get a lot of anime spin-offs of 3rd edition back in the day. I remember there being both a Dragon Ball and a One Piece D20 spin-off. What is your ability? Your teammate power is even better. Do tell. We can rule out water element tigers. They're from OA. Your teammate power is called Getcha. Does it just summon a random anime woman in a ball? Does it summon Goldship? Is this a real Hydra? No, it's an aberration. Damn it. That's the most anime thing I've ever heard. Using an action, he may open his domain once per day into a 5-banner pull. Okay, we're down to 2 guesses. And somehow we managed to pick 2 things that were both native to the material. Despite being the Fiend Folio, the Lucent Worm is a material creature. Ugh, that's annoying. We were misled. To see the rarity, you needed to roll 5d100. That was like an unnecessarily specific amount of randomness. What are the most common animals that you would spec up? Spectral Panther? Surely that's going to be undead, though. Man, these all just seem like pretty basic animals. What is a malephant? Does a malephant sound like... Malephant. Sounds dumb enough to be in the Fiend Folio. Of course it's from Bator. God damn it. One guess remaining. This is it. It's make or break. This has to be the right answer. We have to lock this in. Oh. I think we're dealing with something extremely niche. It's got to be something augmented. It could still be an augment. It can't be an augmented vermin. We ruled that out unless it's got a third subtype, which I. It's not impossible. What are the land animals? Is the moon dog? What is a moon dog? Dogs are not gonna be large enough. We need something bigger. Something bigger. Something bigger. Something bear-sized. Wow, this is an oddly specific set of abilities you're describing in the chat. But hey, if you're having fun, that's great. Okay, beast. What is the... I mean... What if it is just a beast? I think a Chaos Beast would have a chaotic alignment, right? The Dusk Beast is from the Shadow Plane, and it's not from the Fiend Folio. It's from Tome of Magic. Hellhound is going to be Lawful or Evil, Firebase, Bator, Horned Beast, I don't know, Moon Beast? What the fuck is a Moon Beast? Oh, do we make our last guess the Moon Beast? I think I'm stumped. I think we're just gonna have to commit. We'll go with Moon Beast as the final guess. It was not a Moon Beast. That is absurd. What was it? Kuldarath. Don't know what that is. Let's get the Fiend Folio out. Let's find out what a Kuldarath is. Ugh. No, we were never going to guess this. It is just extra planar, so there was no extra subtype. It was just that it had nothing else. It is from the Outlands. Oh my god. I didn't even think anything had Outlands set as its home plane. Kuldarath. Oh. It's like a sort of spiky dog. The hulking Kuldarath is commonly seen serving as a mount for Ferromac Romani. It's 14 feet long, 8 feet high, weighs 7,500 pounds, similar in shape to a rhinoceros. Okay. Well, there we go. Man, I would have never guessed that. I don't even remember seeing this creature. That is wild. I'm going to have to get straight on Discord and see if anybody else guessed it today. That's pretty obscure. Like, I think the chances of us getting that would, like, practically zero. But this was a learning day. That's fine. We learned something. Kuldarath. Well, congratulations, anybody who guessed Kuldarath correctly. That is us done for the day. We're gonna head off. I'll be back for more Beholdle tomorrow, probably at 12:30-ish. So if you want more, that's when that's happening. In the meantime, thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Stream end. I'm afraid so. It was only a short one. See you later.